Oh, so many people here.
Congratulations on the win and the goal. There haven't been a lot off set pieces this year.
Thank you.
You just, from your vantage point, explain what you saw as that play developed and how you scored?
First of all, shout out to the boys. I would say like the goal is just a bonus, but I would say, shout out to my boys. They really fight really hard, without them, the goal would not be possible. So thanks for the guys, for fighting through. And for the goal is what I like doing, I always try to find my spot, in the box. So I'm always waiting for this opportunity. So thank God today, I find one, in front of the box. So I'm grateful for that, and hopefully we keep scoring, as time goes on.
Set pieces have been a real problem for the team. You haven't scored a lot of goals. You got both your goals off the set pieces,
Yeah.
but there've really only been 3 this year. Are you spending a lot of time in training on them? What do you work on? What would make the team better in those situations?
I do believe, sometimes, I'm sorry to use the word shit happen, you try, to block as much as possible, but don't forget that, the other teams, they always scout, and see how you do your block. So sometimes you have a plan, to go through the game, and then going through the game, they change stuff, so it's a bit difficult, but I think we've been very good, in terms of, how we try and hold up, in this game, so hopefully, as times progress, we're going to, keep, maintaining, our men in the box, and then we keep progressing and keep defending well. So yeah.
The team's on a good run right now. 3 wins in 4 games.
Thank you.
What do you feel like is going well right now for the team?
For me, I would say shout out to the staffs. Shout out to Pablo. The head coach. He been really putting in the work, and of course the guys. I feel like it's really been amazing week. Everybody is fighting throughout, the week, for the past week, I feel like we've been working even before the win, but now I feel like, sometimes you just need, a bit of momentum, how do you say momentum, how to like take the peak, so I feel like right now we're in a better position, to face every team, and yeah, I'm happy, the way we play. We're scoring goals now, so we're winning games, of course, in front of our beautiful fans, so hopefully we keep winning, yeah.
And then you've been here for a couple months now.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you've learned about this club, about what RSL stands for in those few months you've been here?
So many things, honestly. First of all, a lot of nice people in the team, I must say that, and sweet staffs. And something that I would say I'm really proud of the team is the discipline, that the Pablo set up in the team, I'm really, happy to be part of this, growth, part of the team, and I'm excited to be here, to be honest. This is the place I really want to be, and the discipline is something that I really admire, from coach, and I hope, and always, he set the tone, if you're not there, you're not there. He doesn't care you're young or you're the big player, if you're not there, he just gives everybody opportunity to play. So I would say the discipline, we have in the team, and of course, the way we play, we have so many, options, in terms of play. We can play with 3 in the front, we can play with 1 striker. So I would say, shout out to all the coaches and the discipline, how they do their thing. So I would say that, yeah.
We're going to go to Maddie over Zoom.
Hey, Willie. Hello. How's it going, brother?
Good.
I know that you do not like talking about yourself, but I'm going to ask you to anyway. There have been times in these last couple of weeks where the chances are there, but they're not quite falling for you. The goal you scored tonight was almost another example.
Yeah.
Where you took a great position, you had a strong header, but it was deflected.
Yeah.
How do you maintain your focus and your confidence throughout the season, but also just tonight on that goal? Because so many other people would just put their head down and then miss the second chance.
Great question. For me, I would say, personally, it's the way I always carry myself. I always believe that, the next play is very important. Whatever happened now, the next play is very important. That's why you see sometimes I score, I just looking forward to next goal, and that's it. So I'm really optimistic, about every situation, either good, miss, goal, whatever it is, So I always try to focus on the next play. So that's why I was be able, you see me sometimes I miss chances, sometimes I don't get good passes on the ball, but I always, remain humble and hungry, for the next chance. So that's why. But I'm grateful today. There's a couple of ones that I can, finish, perfectly, but I did not. But I'm so excited that I was able, to like finish the one I had with the header, the rebound. So thank you for all your support, and I love you. I wish you're here. I didn't see you today here, but yeah. Yeah.
You were a constant threat out there, using your strength and movement, not only on the offensive side, but you were all over the place defensively. How do you balance using your physicality, but with your attacking creativity?
I would say, sometimes, not sometimes, most times, it's instruction from the coach, and of course he knows how to like give you a role, especially with the kind of players he's having in the team. I feel like in this team, like we have everything it takes, to face every team. So I feel like Pablo knows me the best, so he always trying to like put me in a better position, better situation where he knows I can use my strength, which is, my physicality and of course my potential in front of the box. So I'm really grateful, I'll get to, work under the leadership of the coach, Pablo. So, and that's what helped me a lot, to be honest, So hopefully, keep on, winning and then see how it goes, yeah.
Thank you very much, brother. Congratulations on the win and on the goal, my friend.
Thank you.
Hey, Willie.
Yeah.
Congrats on the goal tonight.
Thank you.
And how are you liking the press here at Real Salt Lake?
Like I said, you just in the game sometimes you just need to understand, the team you're playing, and of course the instruction from the coach. So sometimes we like it, sometimes we don't, but you just have to do it, that's the instruction. So we're just like an army, and then Pablo is on the sideline to just command, and then we just do what he wants us to do. We really trust his process, and we're willing to do everything it takes, to like win games, especially when the instruction comes from him, because he's a really like, brilliant coach, and of course his staffs as well. So we love what he's doing, and sometimes we suffer, sometimes, but at the end of the day, most times, we succeed. So, and of course, you see the amazing win today, even though there is some point where we can do better with the ball in terms of pressing or when we win some balls in front of the box. But I feel like we're doing great and we can do better. So hopefully, things keep going our way, as the season continues.
Yeah, and scoring goals is the best, right?
Yes.
And then getting into some of those defenders and pushing them out of the way, is that second best, being physical?
I mean, you gotta do what you get to do sometimes, For sure, if you can overload the defender, with your weight, and you just do it. Take advantage of that, So I'm excited I can be able to like play and also, use my body. But I would say it's always exciting, when you bump someone, and you still win the ball. So yeah.
Willie, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
What does it mean to get this massive win in front of the home crowd that was so electric tonight?
I mean, personally for me, it means a lot, I told you we have amazing fans. They're always here to support us during the bad days, good days. So they put everything, they scream for us, So for us, we feel like it's our responsibility, to like every tackles matter, every attack matters. Every 50-50 matters to us. So it's really incredible, to see these guys, always coming to support us. So it means a lot, This is a way of our saying thank you to them, Thank you for coming, When you give them a win, they go back, home feeling good. And of course, the kids in the stadium, you see how they go crazy after the goal. So I feel like those are moments that, we always want to give back to our fans. So, and again, thank you for coming today again. So I hope they keep coming, and then hopefully we keep winning. So yeah, it really means a lot.
And then Houston made you guys work a lot tonight. How did you guys adjust to their pressure throughout the whole match?
Houston, good team, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. But like I said, we have an incredible, staff to like take care of all the, back work. Our own is to just show up and do exactly what they instruct us. So shout out to the coach. They make things easy. To the coaches, they make things easy, They try to predict them, even though we see today that there's a lot of, new things, unlike what we expected. But thank God we were able to, like, hold the pressure and, of course, get one goal, and which is enough to take the 3 point, So we're excited about that, yeah.
congrats on the win again.
Thank you.
I don't want to bring negativity to everything you have said.
Yeah.
But in your position as a striker, if you score goals, everyone is happy with you.
Yeah.
And if you don't, everybody wants to go after you.
Yeah.
How do you stay positive in those times?
Yeah.
And my other one is like, you have a fresh outfit today. What was the motivation or like the idea after that?
First question, I would say this is our life, I was always been a striker, I remember playing on the street back home in Nigeria. I will take you back, If you don't score, your friends get mad and they're saying you to be a defender next game. So, so I understand. So, but since then I made up my mind, it's just a lifestyle, Sometimes I tell myself it's going to be good, sometimes it's going to be bad. So when you have a bad day, you just tell yourself, it's okay, boy, just make the difference the next game, just make sure you're focused for the next play, like I said, So next play is always important, But like I said, this is a lifestyle, It's always going to be good or bad, not just for a striker, even for a team entirely, But like I said, today is one of those days that you see we have a couple of chances, we will not be able to finish it, but we got the one goal, which is enough. So days like this, happen sometimes. And second question, this is a little something, from home. Some traditional dress, we call it kaftan. You can call it babariga also. So it's just a simple dress. If you want it, I can get you some, just $50, easy one, just an easy one, yes. Well, I thank you like it, but it's just a little thing, from home, it's just a traditional dress, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.